Welcome to Hoops High, Chicago's leader in youth-produced sports broadcasting and youth media education. Hoops High is produced by high school students learning the skills of professional broadcasting. Hoops High is the flagship program of Free Spirit Media and is made possible in partnership with After School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, and Chicago Access Network Television. We hope you enjoy the show.
The jump ball is out. It is out on the Spartans. The Spartans have the ball, number 6, Jason Sula. He passed to number 11. It is now the Spartans' ball. Brandon, number 8, takes it out. Passes to number 7. Number 7 takes for the 3 and misses. It is now the Demons' ball. Jason Sula has the ball. Passes out. He passed back to Jason Sula. Number 11 passes back to Jason Sula. It is stolen from number 7 on the Spartans. It's stolen back for number 1. 2 turnovers. And it's blocked by number 11 on the Spartans. Number 6 has the ball for the Spartans. He takes the shot. He misses. Number 1 has the ball for the Demons. Passes back to number 6. Number 2 has the ball. Number 11 has the ball. He shoots and he misses. It's now the Spartans' ball. Number 6, Jamal, will take the ball out. Number 6 takes the ball out. Brandon has the ball. Score is still 0-0 with 18 minutes on the clock. Number 6 has the ball. Fakes for the shot. Passes to number 7. Number 7 goes up for the shot, and he misses. Number 37 has the ball. It is almost out to number 2 for the Spartans to take the ball.
Looks like the score is still 0-0.
It is now the Demons' ball. Number 1 has the ball, passes it back to number 6. Number 6 takes it down the court. He's dribbling with being guarded by number 7 for the Spartans. Number 6 dribbles back and forth, looking for someone to pass the ball to. Number 6 goes in for the layup, and he makes it. Number 7 for the Spartans passes to number 6, who is Jamal, the point guard. Pass to number 8. Number 8 makes the shot. Now it's the Demons. Number 11 has the ball. He fakes right, he fakes left. Pass to number 6. Number 6 dribbles. He passes back to number 11. Number 11 fakes right, fakes left. Gets over number 8. Number 7 has the ball. Number 11 has the ball. 37 pass directly to number 1. Who is Demetrius Flocker. He passed to number 6. Number 6 goes in for the dive and is blocked underneath by the Spartans. Number 6, Jamal. It is now number 6 for the Demons. The Demons pass to number 11. Number 11 fakes left. He couldn't get past number 8 on the Spartans, who is Brandon. It is now the Spartans' ball. Number 8 has the ball on Spartan. He dribbles down the court. He passes directly to number 6, who is on his right. Number 6 goes in for the shot pass to number 2. Number 2 fakes the 3, and he makes it. Number 6 for the Demon has the ball. He passed to number 1. Number 1 got way in there past number 6. He goes for the shot and he misses, and he is fouled.
To all the listeners out there, We are here live at the Golden Dome, which is home of Wildlife Cam, and it's also the house of Derrick Rose team shootout. He hosted that back here in December. It was a big hit. And you're here with Kim Stewart and Tanasia Shaw.
Tanasia Shaw, yes, I am in the building.
That is her. I am me.
And now that the fouls are over, the next game.
Looks like we have a tie.
The Demons are 3 and the Spartans are 3. Number 6 goes for the ball, break this tie, and they will put them in the lead. Pass the ball, number 2. Number 2 drives in with 3 men on him, and he makes the shot in the paint. Number 6 has the ball. 6 has the ball. He passes it to number 1, number 11. He makes a shot, and he is fouled.
You are watching Hoops High. Remember, you can watch Hoops High every Saturday at 8 p.m. on CAN TV, Channel 19, for all of the hottest high school sports actions around.
This is a very interesting game, Kim.
It sure is.
It's 14 minutes. The guests have 5, which is the Spartans, and home has 4, which is the Demons.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to be tied. He has 1 free throw left, and it's 4-5.
I feel the overtime coming up. I feel it in my gut. And that is out on the Demons, number 37.
Who's 37, T-Shaw?
Joseph Rancher. And number 2 makes the shot for the Spartans, who is Taquan.
That was a nice
Number 6 has the ball from the Demons. Jason Sula, who is obviously the point guard. He passed the ball to number 11, David McDonald. He takes the shot and he makes it after the whistle. Number 6 has the ball. He passes it to David McDowell's.
Hard chest pass.
A hard chest pass.
I felt that.
I felt it in my chest. Number 6 dribbles hard. The defense is on him hard.
It's a lot of struggling going on.
He passes to number 38, and 38 goes up for the shot, and he makes it. Number 11 for the Spartans is Marlon. He looks like he's about 6'3". Him as well as number 2, who is Taquan. When at the beginning of the game, I talked to the coach for the Spartans, and he seemed very confident in his team. And all I was doing was getting the roster. I didn't ask him, well, who do you think is going to win?
He just needed a little small talk going on.
He was just enthusiastic, and I was like,
yeah, the Demons coach was straight to the point.
When you're a coach, you're supposed to believe in your team, you know?
Yep, got there, got my information, got right out.
Thank God it was simple for you.
Looks like his players is getting a lecture over there. I see a lot of hand gestures and a lot of tense body movement.
The Spartans are up by 2, and their coach is already done talking to them, but the Demons coach is continuing to talk to them.
Yeah, I see a lot of sweat going on.
And the Spartans will take out the ball, starting with Brandon, who will pass it to number 6, Jamal. Number 6 dribbles down the court. He is being blocked by number 11. He passes it to number 2, and he misses the shot. Number 37 grabs the rebound from the Demons. Passes to number 6, who is Jason Sula. Passes back to number 11, who is David McDonald. Passes it to number 1. Number 1 passes it back to number 6. Number 6 misses the shot. Now it's the Spartans ball. Number 8, Brandon, takes the ball. He passes it to Kareem. No. Kareem passes back to Brandon. Number 6 passes it to number 2. Number 2 passes back to number 6 for the Demons. Number 6 dribbles. He's being heavily guarded by number 1. He passes to number 1 on the Demons team. And number 1 goes up for the shot, and he misses. Number 11 from the Spartan takes the ball.
Looks like some hard driving.
He passes it to number 8. Jason Sula, number 6, has the ball. He's being guarded by Kareem, number 7 from the Spartans. He double dribble.
Hoops High is produced by high school students learning to be professional broadcasters. All of the camera work, announcing, directing, and everything else is done by young students. It's a good thing to know.
Number 6, Jamal has the ball from the Spartans. He passes it to Kareem, number 7. Number 11, Marlon takes up the shot. He misses the whistle. It's blown, and he is fouled.
That was a hard foul there, T-Shawn.
It was very hard. In the gut.
See some grown men out here. These don't look like high school players to me.
Height really matters when you're trying to play the game of basketball.
It really does. Most height, more rebounds.
He misses the first shot. Number 11, David McDonald takes it out and passes it to Jason Sula, number 6 from the Demons. Jason Sula is being guarded by number 7, Kareem from the Spartans. Jason Sula passes it out to David McDonald. David McDonald passes it back to Jason. Jason passes it to Joseph Rancher, number 38. Now the Spartans have the ball. Number 6, Jamal has the ball. He takes the shot. He passes it out to number 7, Kareem. Kareem passes it back to number 6, Jamal. Jamal dribbles, passes it out to Brandon, number 8. Dribbles back to number 6, Jamal. Passes to number 11, Marlon, and he takes the shot. He makes it. Number 1, Demetrius Flonker has the ball. He handles the mess up. It is the Demons' ball. The Demons, Jason Sula, number 6, takes it out. It was passed from number 11, David McDowell. Number 6 goes in for the drive, Jason, and he misses because he is fouled. The whistle's blown. He didn't make the shot.
That was definitely a hard foul.
This is a very intense game compared to the ones that were recently played. Jason Sula now goes up for his free throws.
It's a lot of pressure going on. Hard defense.
The Demons seem to be very intense today.
Yes, they are.
Even though they are down, they are not giving up. 9 minutes on the clock. They are still playing 6-15. Jason makes the second free throw, and now it's the Spartans' ball. Number 4, Demetrius has the ball. He passes it to number 1, who is Sean. Sean passes it back to number 4, Demetrius. Sean goes for the free throw, and he misses.
Air ball.
Keith, number 5, takes the ball. Now it is the Demons' ball. Number 11, who is David McDowell, takes the ball. He shoots it in. Number 1, Demetrius Walker. Now it is the Spartans' ball. Number 4, Demetrius passes to Keith. Number 5 passes it back to number 1, Sean. Sean makes the shot.
And one.
And it counts.
We will be seeing him at the free throw line for 1 shot.
He will get his foul shot. He was fouled by number 11, who is David McGowles on the Demons team.
And that was a nice put in too.
A very nice put in. It's just.
And right about now, we're going to toss it to Alonzo with the interview on the sideline.
Hi, I'm Alonzo Thomas here with Free Spirit Media staff member Christiana Santos. Miss Santos, we noticed you film them.
Yeah.
What is your main role? Describe a little bit more about your role here.
Okay, so I'm the Free Spirit Media Productions Coordinator. So we are making a video for the fundraising event this month for Free Spirit Media. And we want to showcase each program, and one of the programs is Hoops High, which is actually our biggest program at Free Spirit Media, our flagship program. So that's why I'm here to film you all.
So what do you love most about Free Spirit Media?
I love Free Spirit Media because we work with the youth, and we really care about the youth, and we know that the youth learn from us, and that's what I like about it. We're like genuinely concerned about the youth, and also we feel like you guys actually learn from us.
Thank you. Now I'm going to toss it back to my reporters.
We are back. Thank you for that announcement, Alonzo.
Yes, thank you very much. And Hoops High is a flagship program of Free Spirit Media, and it is run in partnership with At the School Matters, the Chicago Public Schools, and CAN TV.
Right now, the Demons have the ball. It is on number 18, who is Paris Garant. He has been substituted in, and the Spartans just took the ball, number 4, Demetrius, but he was pushed out bounds by number 1, so it will be the Spartans' ball. Who now is number 7, Kareem, passes it off to number 4, who is Demetrius, who has been substituted by Jamal, number 6. Demetrius takes back the ball. He passes back to Keith, number 5. Keith goes up for the shot, but he almost lost the ball due to number 11, who is David McDowell. Number 4 has the ball. Demetrius, he passes it back to number 5, Keith. Keith goes for the 3, and he makes it.
Nothing but net.
Number 6, Jason Sula, passes it to number 1, Demetrius Fokker. Demetrius Fokker this time takes it out, which is usually Jason Sula. He is being guarded by number 4. Number 4 takes the ball to Demetrius from the Spartans, and he makes the layup.
He is stripped with a putback. Right about now, we have the Demons against the Spartans. The Demons are down right now. The score is 9-24. And we're at the Golden Dome, home of many famous games, famous people, famous players,
right now,
famous everything.
They have a timeout right now. I think the Demons are really negotiating plans because right now they are down by a lot. 9-24 is not a joke. 5 minutes, only 2 minutes. Who do you think may take home the goal? Because earlier I predicted that it's going to be a tie.
Well, around this time, T-Shaw, I pretty think that the Demons are going to take this one. They have a lot of confidence and
we are back. Number 11, David McDowell has the ball. He passes it to number 6, Jason Sula, who is on the Demons team. He pats his throw and takes the ball out. He goes in the paint for the shot, tries to make the layup. He misses the layup, and the Demons almost had the ball. They tipped it out of bounds. Now Keith, number 5, will pass it out to number 4, who's Demetrius, and Demetrius will take the ball out. He dribbles down the court. Passes it to number 1, who is Sean. Sean passes it to number 7, Kareem. Kareem goes in the paint for the shot. He tried to pass to number 2, who is Taquan. Taquan misses the shot. Number 6, Jason Sula has the ball for the Demons. He is trying to decide if he's going to pass to number 44, Yassam Mohad, or number 1, Demetrius Flocker. But Demetrius Flocker gets the ball. He's being guarded by number 2 from the Spartans, Taquan.
oh, and he travels.
Yes,
trying to get a
number
little
1,
fancy
Demetrius
there, I
Flocker
see.
travels, so now it is the Spartans' ball. Number 7, Kareem has the ball. He passes it to number 4, Demetrius, who gets tripped up at the beginning and passes it to number 5, Keith. Keith passes it in to number 1, and number 1 accidentally slipped the ball to the Demons' number 1. How ironic is that?
Very ironic.
44 for the Demons was tapped out of bounds. Number 5 for the Spartans, who was Keith. Number 44 passes to number 6, who is Jason Sula. Jason Sula is hurt, so
Looks like we're taking a timeout, you guys.
yes, because Jason Sula. Jason Sula is hurt. He is hit bad. He's sitting on the bench for the Demons right now.
Looks like he needs some medical attention going on right there.
It seems that he's been hit in the back.
Well, I really hope he's not hurt, because right about now he's one of their best players. And by the looks of Coach's face, he's not pleased at all. He's doing a lot of yelling and more of those hand gestures that I talked about earlier in the game. Hopefully, I'm just hoping the Demons can get back into this game.
Maybe by the motivational music that they're playing, maybe that'll help them out.
True, true, true.
You know,
I
making
agree.
everybody's job a little easier.
See a lot of people with these hyper dunks on
Jason
out there.
Suler, you know, hyper dunks mean your family believes in you.
Yeah, they have a lot of faith in you.
They have a lot of faith in you. Jason Sula seems to be put out of the game, and number 44, Yasser Mahad, will take it out instead of Jason Sula, who is number 6.
He has a nice haircut.
Yes. Mahad, number 44, passes it backcourt to number 1, who is Demetrius Fokker, who was a starter in this game. Demetrius dribbles. He passes it twice from 38, who is Joseph Rancher, back to 44, who is Yasser Mahad.
It's a lot of good passing going on out here.
Very good passing. Now
Too
the
bad the
Spartans have the
shots
ball.
are getting blocked in your face.
Demetrius has the ball, number 4 from the Spartans. He passes it to number 1, who is Sean, back to number 4. Demetrius back to Sean, who is number 1. It's just like, you know,
Looks like they're playing pity pat.
pity pat, back and forth. Back to number 1, who is Sean.
Oh, I bet 4 is gonna get it.
I would
next.
definitely know their names by heart tonight.
Oh,
Ooh, and out on number 1, who tried to pass it back to Demetrius, number 4.
like I predicted.
Maybe he should have, you know, when you play Mortal Kombat and you continue to kick, you know, you got to do a different move. Can't do
True.
that whole game.
We need some fakes and some bounce passes
The
going on over
Demons,
here.
Demetrius Flocker has the ball. He goes in, he tries to make the shot, and he misses, and he stumbles up. Number 4, Demetrius from the Spartans has the ball.
And he dunks it!
He dunks. The crowd goes, wow.
He's yamming.
He went for it. That will be a key point in the game. That will be seen in replay.
I believe he's like Mike right now. And the Demons give the ball up for another
Number
turnover.
4, Demetrius. He deserves an award.
They
That
have
was an
no
amazing dunk.
They have no comeback for that. Like
That
the
was
dunk
an NBA dunk.
was amazing. Like I think Mike is his uncle or something like that. That dunk was like, oh
Oh, you mean MJ?
yes,
Michael
MJ.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
I understand. He was one of the greatest. Number 6, Jamal from the Spartans passes it to number 8. Number 8, Brandon from the Spartans passes it to number 2, who is Taquan on the Spartans. And Taquan goes up for the 3 and he misses. Taquan is pretty tall to miss that shot. Number 8 passes it to number 1 and they get the shot, who is Sean. Number 1 and 8, who is Brandon. Number 11 from the Demons takes out the ball, David McDowell. David McDowell goes into the paint. He double dribbles.
Oh, and he's
and number
blocked.
11, Marlon from the Spartans, he made a just-in-case block.
Well, to all the listeners out there, I know people like to use the computer, and we do too. Hoops High, you can catch us and keep up with the game action on Hoops High Crew with Twitter. Just search Hoops High FSM and follow us immediately.
It is the Demons' ball. Number 11, David McDowell takes it, but number 1 takes the ball from the Spartans, who is Sean, and he falls. So now it is back to the Demons. The Demons, Yasser Mahad, number 44, takes it down past to number 11, David McDowell. McDowell goes in. He dribbles. He tries to dribble past number 8, Brandon for the Spartans. Number 2 intersects. Taquan from the Spartans.
Well,
And
to
he
the
gets out of
show,
bounds.
it's less than 20 seconds left in the half.
Yes.
And the Demons don't even have double digits yet. That's gotta hurt.
It gotta hurt. Now the Spartans still have the ball. Number 6, Jamal, just passed it to number 1, Sean. Sean almost slipped up with the ball. Work on the handles. Number 1, he takes the shot,
Out of time.
and it would have come up short.
Very short.
The game is intense right now.
Here is the music.
Yes, and the score for the Spartans is 28 and the Demons are 9, and we are here live at the Golden Dome.
The Demons have a lot of catching up to do.
A lot of catching up with one more half left. It may be impossible, but with the coach that they have and the spirit that they have, they may get into the double digits. May or may not win. I'm really unsure. What do you think?
Well, we see the the Spartans back on the court, practicing, getting ready for the second half of this game. Hopefully they don't slip up and they keep this lead up, because after halftime, that's when games get serious. Believe coach is gonna shoot a Demon's head off, and they're gonna have to come back and be on their A game. We're gonna toss it over to
What was your strategy in coming into the first half to have such a big lead?
Just playing defense, playing hard, having everybody play together, having our chemistry, and we're just trying to just get everybody involved.
Okay, you have a huge lead. What do you do with your players to keep them focused into the game?
We're just trying to execute right now and get our ball movement and just keep them focused, because this is spring league and we can't get satisfied and get comfortable right now. We're just going out here trying to execute our offensive defense.
All right, thank you. Now I'm gonna toss it back to my announcers.
Time waits for no one.
I will sweat.
I will do more than what it takes.
I will compete. I will fly.
I will run.
I will run.
I will train.
I will train.
I will succeed.
I will succeed.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
I will succeed.
This is Dave Revson from the Big Ten Network. You're watching Hoops High.
halftime is starting right about now.
The game will get so far the score is 28. The Spartans are in the lead to 9.
Still no double digits for the Demons.
The Spartans have the ball now, and number 2 passes it to number 6, who is Jamal. Jamal passes it to Marlon, number 11. Number 11 goes up for the shot, and he is blocked by number 37. But number 8 catches the rebound, who is Brandon. Back to Taquan, who is 2. And Taquan comes up short from the three-point line.
Ball.
You may want to say that again. The Demons, number 44, Mahad. He dribbles past number 7 on the Spartans team.
Quick pass.
Makai Mantis, number 33, goes in for the shot. He misses. And Joseph Rancher, number 38, gets the rebound. And he's going up for his foul because he is fouled.
Hopefully this puts the Demons in their first double digits of the whole game.
I heard that when you wear goggles, you can see better. So.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Yeah, but
it's not working.
He didn't make the shot, so maybe he can see better. Maybe that's what I would blame it on my sight if I don't make the free throws.
Well, maybe he needs some new goggles. New goggles. I think I got some wipes or something in my pocket. I could probably give to him.
Maybe Jamal, number 6 from the Spartan, has the ball. He takes it inside the paint. A quick pass to Martin, number 11, but the Demons steal the ball, pass it to Yasser Masad, number 44, who slips up and let the ball go out of bounds. Now the ball is back to the Spartans.
I feel like that pass could have been a little bit better.
It could have been a little better, but it was a strong pass to number 11. Number 2 from the Spartans, Taquan, has the ball, but he is tricked by number 1, Demetrius Flocker, from the Demons, and he goes in for the shot. The Spartans have the ball. Brandon, number 8, is taking the ball out. Trailing behind him is number 11, Marlon, and number 6, Jamal.
See a lot of reaching going on.
Jamal, number 6, goes in for the 3, and he misses only by an inch.
Brick squad.
David McDowell's number 11 tries to dribble quickly down the court. He was kind of, bamboozled and scared by Brandon, number 8 from the Spartans.
Very intimidated, I see.
Very. Yasser Mahad for number 44 from the Demons tried to take the shot. He misses, and the rebound is caught by Taquan, number 2 from the Spartans. He dribbles down the court. He almost trips up, and he passes it to Brandon, number 8. Number 8 is in the paint, but he decides to pass it back to Marlon, number 11.
And
passes it to Jamal, number 6, who makes the shot. Now the ball is the Demons, and Yasser Masad takes the ball down the court, number 44. He fakes right, he fakes left, he slips up with the ball. Almost hands the ball off to the Spartan. number 30.
With a lob. Pass to assist, and it's in there.
In there for the Spartans. Marlon, number 11, seems to be the tallest guy on the team.
Well, with all of this action going on, the PSAs, drama and documentaries that you see between breaks on Hoops High are produced by Free Spirit Media students at North Lawndale College Preparatory High School, the Gary Comer Youth Center, and the Powerhouse High. We hope that you enjoy the stories and messages that we young people are sharing with you. And back to the game. We have the Demons taking the ball out.
Michael Langsky, number 20, has the ball. He passes it to number 44, Mahad, who goes up for the shot, and he misses the shot. Now it is back to the Spartans' ball. Number 7, Marlon passes it out to number 11, who shoots the ball.
Well, T-Shaw, I see a lot of teamwork going on Spartan side.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
True, true, true. And
number
currently
1,
have 35.
Demetrius Flucker has the ball, passes it to Yasim Mahad, who passes it to number 38, Joseph Rancher, who goes in for the shot, and he misses. Number 1, Demetrius Flucker is fouled.
So, Tanasia, do you think that all of this teamwork and ball handling that we see going on the Spartan side of the court is the reason they have 35 and are up by 14?
Yes, I do.
Points?
Yes, I do. Because when you are on a team, you have to depend on your team in order to actually win a game. It's not called 1-on-1.
So no,
it's team versus team. It's demon versus Spartan. It's not Spartan versus a demon.
Speaking of demons, they need to start making these free throws.
It's nothing but the devil that's have their score at 12, you know.
The devil.
Jamal Brandon, number 8, takes the ball out for the Spartans. He goes in the paint, almost drives to the shot, makes a quick pass to Marlon, number 11. Marlon misses the shot. Now it's the Demons' ball again. Jason Sula, who was hurt earlier, is back in the game, and he is dribbling down the court. Jason Sula, number 6. Number 2, Taquan, number 2, from the Spartans, tries to take the ball.
Well, it almost hit me.
Yeah, I was kind of scared, but I
was gonna duck.
I tried to maintain my cool.
So
I tried to maintain my cool.
Don't cry, it's all right.
I'm sorry. Michael Lanky, number 20, passes it to Jason Sula, who goes up for the shot, and he is fouled by Marlon, number 11, from the Spartans. This is a very intense game.
It really is.
Even though it's 13
It's a lot of hacking and fouling going on, too.
A lot. They are giving the Demons a chance to redeem themselves.
They really are. And he makes the free throw, luckily.
It just depends on whether or not they want to take that chance.
Right. But please check us out, the Free Spirit Media website at www.freespiritmedia.org, or check us out on YouTube. Search Free Spirit Media to view the YouTube channels. Taquan, number 2 on the Spartans, passes it to Brendan, number 8, who is right now handling the ball. He goes inside the paint, goes in for the layup, and he misses. Number 24, Lance Ronald, grabs the rebound and passes it to Demetrius Flocker, number 1. Demetrius stumbles, and it is still the Demons' ball. Michael Lanky, number 20, passes it to Demetrius Flocker, number 1, who goes inside of the paint, tries to make the shot, but he is fouled. No, the refs have to come and... It looked like a travel to me.
It looked like a travel, and it also looked like a foul, but it is called as a foul. No.
Lucky for them.
It is called as a travel. You are correct. Number 20 from the Demons, Michael Lanky, has the ball.
Ankle breaker. Ankle breaker.
He got Kareem, number 7, who Kareem actually congratulates Michael Lanky, number 20. From
another one.
Spartans had the ball, passes it in to Marlon, number 11, and he makes the shot. Look at that good sportsmanship.
And
Jason Sula helps up Marlon, number 11, from the Spartans. Jason Sula, number 6, from the Demons, helps him up. He's a pretty big guy who had a pretty big fall, and now he's fouled.
And just for the record, he's sporting the hyper dunks.
Oh, his parents believe in him.
Yes, they do. It looks like he did not believe in that free throw, though, because he missed it. Brick Squad.
Michael Lanky. Jason Sula, number 6, now has the ball from the Demons. He is dribbling.
Shaking and baking.
He is really dribbling. Someone has handles.
Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but
I don't think I was talking about you. You're sitting where I am. I'm talking about players on the court.
If I was out there, I'm just letting you know. I'd be crossing them over as well.
I believe you. I believe you.
I will most definitely show
Michael Lanky from the Demons. He's now taking out the ball, number 20. He tries to pass it to number 1, but number 8, Brandon from the Spartans, take the ball. Keith, number 5 from the Spartans, tries to save the ball from being out of bounds.
But unfortunately, he missed. But if you want to see more of Hoops High games, now you can see full games on iHigh. Go to www.ihigh.com/HoopsHIGH to see games from the past and streams live from home.
Jamal has taken the ball. Jamal, number 6 from the Spartans, has taken the ball from Demetrius Flocker, number 1 on the Demons team. And Jamal goes up for the shot. He misses. Brandon, number 8, takes the shot. And now Brandon has been fouled, number 8 from the Spartans. I don't think that the Demons can afford to foul anybody else.
They really can't.
It's 39-13, 10 minutes.
Looks like the Demons need a sponsor.
Brandon, number 8 from the Spartans, goes up for his own rebound after he missed his own shot. Jason Sula, number 6, tries to dribble behind his back to get past Brandon, number 8 from the Spartans, but unfortunately that plan didn't work as great as he thought it would be.
He was back on great defense, even though he's now on the bench, has subbed for a little rest. But it looks like the Demons need them a sponsor. Spartans have
Jason Sula, number 6, passes it to Michael Lanky and back to Jason Sula, number 6. He asks for cover from Lance Rowland, who is number 24. Passes it off to Demetrius, number 1 from the Demons. And number 34 grabs the ball. Lance, he goes up for the shot. He misses. And now Marlon, number 11 from the Spartans, take the ball. Passes it out to Sean, number 1. Sean goes up for the shot, and it is smacked by Rowland. Jason Sula is number 6.
Well, right about now, we have a out of bounds. Looks like it's Demons ball.
Yep, Jason Sula passes it out to Demetrius, number 1. Demetrius goes in for the shot, and he makes it, even though Marlon, number 11 from the Spartans, tries to block.
And 1.
Right now, Demetrius Flocker from the foul line takes the shot.
Well, while he takes this one shot, we're going to toss it over to Alonzo.
Keywan, I understand you're a basketball player yourself. What is your experience? Describe the experience between playing with your school and playing AAU.
Well, I have to say playing with my school is like, I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's a lot more defense you got to go through. But playing AAU, it's more tiresome than playing with your school team. And like you get to travel more.
So I understand the summer is nearing, so you're not going to be in school to practice. How are you going to use the summertime to better yourself in your basketball skills?
Well, I guess I would just stay in the gym, stay in the weight room, and practice like outside of the gym at a park or something like that.
Okay, thank you. Good luck. And I'm going to toss it back to my announcers.
And we're back. Currently, we have the Demons taking a free throw shot.
Jason Sula, number 6.
Marlon Brick Squad
from the Spartans, number 11, passes it off to Sean, number 1. Sean, number 1, dribbles. He tries to tell Marlon to set it up as they set up a play. Sean dribbles,
shake and bake
to the right, and he misses the shot while Keith, number 5, goes up for the shot. Marlon, number 11, tries to make a dunk, and it fails. Jason Sula from the Demons now has the ball, number 6. He passes it into Lance Rowland, number 11, number 24, I'm sorry, who misses the shot. Number 2, Taquan passes it off to Sean, number 1, who passes back off to Taquan, number 2, who goes in for the 3 and makes it.
Bang, bang.
Now it is the Demons' ball. Demetrius Flocker, number 1, takes the ball out after it is passed from number 17, from Carlton Pons, number 17. Demetrius Flocker has the ball. He passes it to Michael Lancey, number 20, passes back to Demetrius Flocker, number 1, who goes in for the shot, and he misses the shot. Back to number 1, Demetrius Flocker. He tries to make another shot, and he misses that shot as well. Taquan, number 2, tries to pass. Taquan, number 2 from the Spartans, tries to pass it in to Sean, number 1, and he misses.
Well, if he would have caught that ball, that would have been a perfect play. But speaking of perfect, we know we are not always perfect, but we are working hard, and we are learning. Thank you for your support and encouragement. Pretty sure me and all the rest of the Hoops High members appreciate you guys listening and watching.
That's what we do.
We have another foul on the Demons' end.
Another foul. The Demons need to make all their fouls as of now. 16-44, 5 minutes. I don't know why. I still have a little faith left in the Demons.
Yeah, you don't want to give up on them.
You never want to give up on anybody.
They might not win, but hopefully they reach 20 before the game is over.
Yeah, you have to set a goal, you know.
Everything starts with a goal.
To win, but you have to set a goal.
They got it next time.
This is obviously a short-term goal, because, you know.
It really is.
Long-term mean you would have won.
Would have better, more points than this, hopefully. But
Lance Ronald, number 24.
Oh, he makes the free throw.
And he makes it.
We're now 17-44.
Demetrius, number 4, passes it to Jamal, number 6, on the Spartans. It is the Spartans' ball. Sean, number 1, now has the ball. He's trying to dribble past Goggles Man. And he goes in for the shot, and he misses.
Shaking and baking.
Fake right, fake left. You know, you playing PlayStation 2, and you like the cheat codes. That was like a cheat code.
Yeah, you gotta
right, left, right.
Tap the analogs a little bit, wiggle them.
You know, right,
not gonna
left,
lie.
right, left, R2, R1, all that nonsense.
Box triangle X, X, X.
Yes, you know, get extra money, extra ammo.
Sounds like you're playing Grand Theft Auto and not basketball there, T-Shaw.
Let me get back to the game.
Have to admit that little shaking and baking kind of tickled me.
You know.
Have to laugh.
You know the game when you play basketball in the game and the analogs shake when you miss the shot.
Right.
You know, right now he's doing it at the free throw line.
And he misses that.
Jason Sula.
You have a lot of hustle.
Number 6 from the Demons.
With the offensive rebound.
Brandon, number 2.
And the Demons come down the court and he makes the 2. Scores 19-45. Demons down.
It is now the Spartans' ball. Sean, number 1, passes it off to Jamal, number 6. Jamal drags the ball down the court. He goes up for the 3, and he misses. Jason Sula, it is now the Demons' ball. Jason Sula, number 6, is being hustled by the Spartans. Demetrius, number 4, who tries to go in for the dunk, but he is heavily guarded by Jason Sula, number 6. As well as David McDowell's number 11 from the Demons.
Not even gonna lie, like Spartans have great defense going on.
Yeah,
before the Demons even made it to the half court, Spartans had him doing drills, like the little caterpillar when you gotta hold the ball between your legs and keep bouncing and moving from side to side.
Did you see how number 8 Brandon fell when he made the shot? It was like a roly-poly-oly. Remember those things, the roly-poly-olies?
Yeah, I peeped that.
Jason Sula, number 6 for the Demons, passes it off to Lance Ronald, number 24, who goes up for the shot.
He's double blocked.
Double by number 1 in 4, who is Sean and Demetrius from the Spartans. It is now Spartans' ball. Demetrius goes up for the shot inside the paint, and he misses.
Brick squad.
Roll around the rim. Jason Sula, number 6, goes. He is dribbling down the court. He goes up for the shot, and he misses. And
offensive
it is rebounded by Carlton Pons, number 7. Keith, number 5 from the Spartans, takes out the ball and passes it to Brandon, number 8. Brandon goes up for the shots, and Sean, number 1, makes sure that shot is
no good.
Money.
2 points does not count. Ball is currently going towards the Demons' way. 1 minute and a half left in the game.
Jason
Demons
Sula at the
still
line.
down.
Number 6. Number 11, David McDowell. And he goes to the paint and he makes it. And he's from the Demons. It is now the Spartans' ball. Demetrius, number 4, has the ball. He passes off to Brandon, number 8. Brandon, number 8, passes off to Jamal, number 6. Jamal goes in for the shots and he misses with 54 seconds left on the clock.
Brick squad. Offensive rebound, and he's over the rim. Hustle,
and that
hustle,
pass
hustle.
from Nico Anderson, number 7, is too wide to David McDowell, number 11.
You know what, T-Shop? We was
Yes.
playing a game right now. This would be a 21 blowout.
Yes.
Well, over 21. You probably would have to give up your controller because I'm pretty sure I would have been winning.
Brandon, number 8, has the ball. I'm pretty sure that you would have been winning if we
Yeah.
were on the court and not behind the mic.
I doubt it.
It would be ridiculous.
Highly doubt it. Looks like he's going to run the clock down and take the last
13
shot of the game.
seconds.
He's been guarded by Hyper Dunks.
And the game is called. The Spartans will take home the victory, 46 to the Demons 23.
Final score is Demons 23 to the Spartans 46.
Right now they are doing.
Got some good sportsmanship going on. Guys are shaking hands, congratulating each other on the win. But through it all, it was a good game. A lot of hustle, a lot of teamwork, and a lot of hard work and intensity going on. Well, right about now, we're going to take a break from all the warming up and tossing it to our sideline reporter, Alonzo Thomas.
Hi, I'm Alonzo Thomas here with the player of the game, Brandon Clemens. This was a pretty much blowout. You must be feeling good after this win. So what was your strategy coming to this game, which ended up into a blowout?
Well, we just always want to come out here and play hard, you know, get a crowd to show. Because, you know, it's summer league, so we ain't trying to, like, play hard so our players can get hurt. So we just come out here to play.
So who do your team have next?
They say we play Curie, so I'm looking for that game now.
That's your rival team?
Nah, they just, a lot of people, there's rumors going around, say they talking stuff, say players on there going to give me 30 and stuff like that, so we're looking for that game.
All right, thank you. Good luck. Now I'm going to toss it back to my announcers.
By number 4. Number 4 takes the ball, Demetrius from the Spartans, and he makes the layup. Pass to number 38, and 38 goes up for the shot, and he makes it. Pass the ball, number 2. Number 2 drives in the 3-man on him, and he makes the shot in the paint. He shoots it in, and he stumbles up. Number 4, Demetrius from the Spartans has the ball,
And he dunks it!
He dunks. The crowd goes, wow.
You can watch Hoops High on CAN TV, Channel 19, every Saturday at 8 p.m. Please visit www.hoopshigh.org to learn more. Hoops High and Free Spirit Media would like to thank our sponsors. We are grateful for their support in making our mission of youth media education and opportunity possible.
I wanna hear that official Kanye and that twisted shit. That's so impossible to get it. Get it? That's so impossible to get it. Get it? That's so impossible to get it. Get it? Rolled up then lit it. Smoke a little but don't admit it. Do it like I did too late. I did it. The controversy can't worse me, man. I'm eating but I'm still thirsty and thirsty. What is you saying? I got to do it with a couple of niggas that's Thursday, man. Why the hell is I'm worrying? I've been at the bins with the perfect 10. Man, your life must be perfect, man. Look at how they came up with the perfect plan. It's impossible. Got strip clubs playing gospel. Flow so sick in the hospital. You know I jab out like Paca do. You know you throw your down is when I rock with you. Since Michael Jackson made rock with you, I know this shit's unlogical. Maybe because we did the impossible. Maybe we really did the impossible.
probably never was exposed to it, they probably would have never have done it, but it's something that you see that interests people a lot.
I never worked with a camera, it was my first time learning about a camera, zooming in, zooming out. It was a real good experience for me, I think it changed a lot in me too. It changed how I think, and it changed like something I like to do in life.
When I get older, I want to be some type of actor. So being in this classroom really helped me out, really exercise my ability to act.
We shooting it and we shoot it off like what we done been through, and like people get to see it and they watching it and they liking it.
Like young kids in the community can do stuff that's like worth some type of value.
Meet Jaden, a 16-year-old from Chicago. He likes reading, playing basketball, and daydreaming. As one of 75 million youth in America, he is the future of our country. But today, Jaden's future is uncertain. A new economy is evolving as Jaden tries to find his way in a school system where more than 42% of students drop out and even more fall behind. For Jaden and others like him, the future looks grim. But there is hope. Youth media programs connect with kids like Jaden, moving them from discouragement toward opportunity through the power of communication. Jaden learns about journalism, technology, and culture. He spends his time engaged at school, in youth centers, and at libraries. He discovers how to observe the world around him and share his own stories. He becomes one of more than 10,000 teens involved in the Chicago Youth Voices Network, a collection of innovative programs that come together with a bold vision to reach more people like Jaden, to transform education, and to shape the health of our city. Together, the network gives vision to the journalists, artists, engineers, and leaders of our future. One story, poem, film, blog post, one youth at a time.
I'm not good as a boy. Maybe I should quit. Ain't nobody gonna notice anyway.
Who says you're not perfect? Who says you're not worth it? Who says you're the only one that's hurting?
One that's been genetically engineered.
Days, 80% of the corn, cotton, and soybeans are the products of biotech.
Crops don't leak out. We have domesticated crops.
According to a report in today's issue of the journal Science, genetically modified corn.
Americans have been eating genetically engineered corn.
Genetically modified.
Genetically engineered.
Genetically modified foods are foods that have been bioengineered.
You're taking crops and making them more, in theory, successful because you're adding in genes to make them, resistant to different kind of bug pressure or resistant to drought, to be able to grow in conditions that maybe naturally they don't grow as well in.
Foods that have been altered to some degree in a laboratory on a very basic level, like a cellular level.
It's when you take the DNA strand of a particular variety of a plant and inject it with some other DNA strand. So you're creating these plants that are like super hybrids.
Come from foods that can't reproduce, that are somehow manufactured and aren't coming from a natural source.
I would say that the effects of genetically modified foods would be harmful to us just because that there's a level of it being synthetic.
For instance, when they
splice fish into tomatoes. You think you're allergic to the tomatoes, but you're actually allergic to fish.
Anything that is being modified, that is being mixed with things that are unnatural are going to have negative effects on our bodies.
You don't really know, again, what that mutation is going to do in the human being. And then once that human being cells mutate, you don't know how, you don't know those variables. You can't control those variables.
They're not providing the essential nutrition anymore. It takes us we have to eat so many foods these days to get the nutrition value of food that was grown back in the day, that was organic and fresh and on someone's farm.
It's giving us a certain amount of artificialness in our bodies, a certain amount of toxins in our bodies that we then, that our body can't really metabolize. So then our body has to do something with it, and a lot of times it expresses itself in ill effects.
So hypersensitivities, allergic reactions are one of the most common things, most prevalent things that we see. And all a part of healing those naturally is eating organic foods.
In general, I'm kind of wary of anything that's going to disrupt and balance in an ecosystem.
When those foods get into the system and have to be acknowledged and recognized at a biochemical, cellular, physiologic level, the body knows the difference. And what we're seeing is things don't work the way they did with the natural substance.
When you throw one thing off, it's going to lead to other problems down the line that we may not be able to foresee.
So I think the combination of both of them are really impacting the health of everyone, because there's more and more toxins in the earth, and there's more and more genetically altered foods that people are consuming.
The effects of genetically modified foods on lands is really hazardous because from what I understand, the seeds that are being used can contaminate actually organic and foods that aren't modified at all. It can contaminate the dirt, where that dirt no longer can produce or isn't healthy enough to help grow the food that is in that land.
Genetically modified foods are definitely pumped to low-income communities.
Genetically modified foods impact low-income communities probably more than any other community, because these foods end up being cheaper than organic foods. And so there's no, folks who are on a fixed income can't pick and choose the kind of foods they get to eat, or only can to a particular extent, and they're going to take and buy what's affordable.
Again, they're foods that were made, for mass production, so that the availability of fresh organic produce, or produce in general, in low-income communities is very scarce. Most people are on diets of meat and fat and sugar.
This is tricky, right? Because you're dealing with countries that don't have anything, but have minimal resources to food because of drought, because of capitalism, because of so many factors, that if a cheap seed is available, the fact is that they have to buy seeds and they can't seed save is a problem in itself, but it's cheaper to buy this seed versus this organic seed. I'm going to buy this GMO seed and be able to provide for my family. But again, the long-term effect says that your soil is going to be corroded, your health from harvesting this food is going to be put at risk, and then you're going to consume this food, which in the long run probably can have negative effects on you.
I think that's the scary part about GMOs, is that nobody really knows. When we slice in genes, it may make that plant healthier, but it also might make it less effective long term. So, it may be really bug resistant today, but we don't know what that's going to look like 5 years from now.
I think that there are other more sustainable ways to grow that wouldn't involve genetically modified seeds. I think that they will probably plan to keep making more and more varieties of genetically modified foods, just because then they can have the rights and all the resources that would come with the seeds that are distributed that are genetically modified.
Well, I mean, it's on the table now, and the USDA just passed a bunch of GMO laws, and that stuff's really scary. So, I mean, I think it's only going to expand.
Haitian farmers revolted against using GMO seeds because they know the negative outcomes that it will have, despite knowing that they need to be able to provide food. But they're also making a statement saying, we have seeds that we can use, and we want to use our own seeds. We want to be able to grow what's local to our country. And a lot of protest has happened in India around this. around being able to seed save and use your own seeds instead of having to purchase seeds, because it's absurd. If I grow a crop, I can keep those seeds and plant them next season, but you're telling me that now I need to buy seeds from you.
And this is why I say to you that we must learn how to grow our own food. We must share our seeds. We must save our seeds. You know, we must make sure that this generation and all generations to come, you know, have access to healthy food. And that does not mean genetically modified food.
Growing Power is a nonprofit. We are based in Milwaukee. We have urban farms all over Chicago, and our huge emphasis is working in communities with youth. And so all of our projects are really community-based, so each one of our farms looks really different, and it's run by different kids who, you know, are really trying to learn about the food system and who are trying to learn about healthy eating. And sustainable food is food that's grown naturally, so we're trying to do as much as we can to mimic nature and to grow really healthy crops using different types of methods that aren't synthetic. So we're not using pesticides that you would get, you know, that you would make scientifically. And so that's really where we try to emphasize, you know, we want to have super productive farms so that we're feeding lots of folks, but also so that our kids can get educated and can have gainful employment in the future.
The Healthy Food Hub is just a little over a year old. It started out of a demand in the community for access to healthy food. Their array of foods, the different varieties, how to prepare it more healthfully. People were literally bringing recipes for people to share to the market. It was an absolutely beautiful experience, and we opened up the Healthy Food Hub.
I eat organic food because it makes me strong.
What's this food, man?
I ain't seen that cat before.
Nigga sweet, man.
Huh?
Hey, nigga sweet?
Fuck this, man.
What?
Get away, man.
Somebody help me! Somebody help me, please!
Hey, one of my phone, man.
Hey, little bro. What's going on with you, man? Nah, I was messing with you.
Citizens, we cannot escape history. Today, in this room, under the watchful eye of President Abraham Lincoln, by a constitutional majority of the members elected to the Illinois General Assembly, and by my actions as governor, we have abolished the death penalty in Illinois, the land of Lincoln.
My story is that I am the first woman who received the death sentence in the state of Illinois. And by now you know that I'm the only woman ever who has walked out of an Illinois state prison that has been on death row. The story is that I was sentenced to death. The case was called conspiracy to murder. The claim was that I told somebody to kill somebody, which was not true. They know that I wasn't at the scene of crime. They know that I did not kill anybody. They sentenced me to death on basically hearsay evidence that somebody say I told them to go and get somebody to kill somebody. I was not exonerated. I went all the way with my new attorneys, Mr. Charles Hoffman and Mr. Well, he's now a federal judge, Matthew Cannelli, and we fought all the way through the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court overturned my sentence.
mother that lost a son. I'm a mother that lost a son that was gunned down. I'm a mother who lost a son that participated in killing another lady's child, too. And even though one was accidental, it still happened. It doesn't feel good being a mother because my child cannot come and enjoy family dinners or family functions we have, or, you know, I can't see him when I want to. If he's sick, I can't be there for him, you know, to, you know, doctor on him, or, you know, just call him anytime I want to. So as a mother, I don't have that anymore, but I'm thankful at the same time because I still can hear his voice. I still can go see him as a mother.
Illinois has a broken system that is too flawed to fix. We have a problem with innocence. We found 20 innocent people on death row. The death penalty in Illinois harms murder victims' families.
We end up sending people to death row who shouldn't be there, either because of a mistaken identification. Even people who are well-intentioned can make a mistake and say that person did it when actually somebody else did it. But you also see police officers and prosecutors who believe they have the right person, and they cut corners and they hide evidence and they do other corrupt things to get people on death row.
Right now, it takes an average of 10 to 15 years from when the gavel comes down to when someone is sentenced, until someone is executed. And here in Illinois, we've had a moratorium for the last 11 years. So a moratorium basically means that the government is putting something on hold. Many times they do this to study something. Here in Illinois, there's a moratorium on executions, which means we are not executing anyone that's currently on death row. It does not mean that we have gotten rid of the death penalty. For the last 10 years, we have been sending people to death row, and currently there's 15 people on death row.
There's no way that we can devise a death penalty system that's only going to convict guilty people and is only going to send people to death row who deserve the death penalty.
We've found out that the death penalty is millions of dollars more expensive than any other sentencing option in Illinois.
Well, the situation that happened with my cousin Darian, he got killed. He was beat to death actually on the south side. They got most of the boys that were involved in the situation. I feel that they should be in death penalty because they took his life away over something that could have been solved differently. And other people may feel or think different of me, but I just feel that it was wrong and they should be punished.
I got a cousin that killed somebody like around 04, and right now he is serving 25 years to life. And like with the death penalty, you don't get that joy of seeing that person ever again. But like to this day, because my cousin got that 25 years, his mother goes see him at least once a month, and she get the joy of seeing her son.
When we hurt people, when we destroy minds, when we destroy men and fathers and mothers, we're destroying children.
Everybody had their own opinion. Some people may agree, some people may not agree. I feel that the people who take people's lives should be in death penalty.
To me, when you take another person's life, even though it's through the death penalty, you're the same as that person that murdered the person, because you're pulling the switch or you're injecting that gas, that stuff into that person's arms, or you're pulling the switch to let the gas in the room. So to me, I'm against it.
Well, race plays a role in just about every aspect of the criminal justice system. Race also plays a huge role in the death penalty, and the way it plays out in the death penalty is the race of the victim.
It is more likely if you are a black person who has killed a white person, you're more likely to get the death penalty than a white person who kills a person of color.
And I think that's largely because jurors tend to identify with the victims in crime, and most jurors in death penalty cases are white people, and they believe that the life of a white person is more valuable than the life of a person of color.
They created an old burned out cement block room, and that's where they threw me. My definition of justice is a level playing field. You can't get justice when corrupt is judging corrupt.
Well, my definition of justice would be it would have to be something that's swift and sure, and that's really where my problem with the death penalty comes up. In Illinois, we've gotten it wrong 20 times. We've only had 12 executions in the state since 1976. So if that's the ratio, we clearly can't get it right.
Retributive justice, which is what the courts usually deal in, and what that means is that if a person commits a crime, they're punished and taken away from society. Retribution is meted out for what they did. There's also restorative justice, which rather than just punishing the person, tries to make the victim whole, tries to make the victim back where they were before the crime happened, and also tries to show the person who broke the law the error of their ways and rehabilitate them.
Our opposition is primarily that says that the death penalty is a deterrent and that it's needed for murder victims' families to have closure. Both of those we've proven not to be true.
I went to death row in 1990, in the 90s. And if you look at the statistics between then and now, there is no deterrent.
We cannot assure that we won't get the wrong person.
The system is exactly what it is, a system, a beast.
I just don't think that it's right to kill people, regardless of the reason, and especially I don't think the state should be in the business of killing people.
There's other options out there where we have to talk about prison release. We need to talk about what is the right sentence for the right crime.
If you take a life, you're no better than the person that took a life.
It also kind of sets the wrong message. If we're so worried about our government, why are we giving them the power to kill? Death row is tough, but life without parole was tougher. To know that every day this is going to be your life and there's no way out. This is a much harsher punishment. Look, if you want to be tough on crime, send somebody to life without parole, because death row, they're getting off somewhat easy.
Having worked in the death penalty for about 30 years, I see that the death penalty really doesn't do what death penalty proponents say it's supposed to do.
I never looked at the state as my enemy. I looked at the state as a entity that need to get it right. I just knew they were going to get it right. This is some type of mirage. It's going to happen. They're going to find the truth. They're going to know it's right. But they didn't. My execution date was set for May 20th, 1990. Even in the face of that, most people would have committed suicide or did whatever. But because I knew I had never killed anybody, because I knew I hadn't violated God, I was determined to look my enemy in the face one day and say, still I rise.
I heard you was talking to some boys. I'm not about to put up with you talking to other people. Your friends got you out here looking promiscuous. I'm starting to even wonder if I want to be with you anymore. If I see you talking to any other boys, we gonna have some problems.
Should I find new friends? Is he looking out for me? Does he love me? I don't get it. Why is he so controlling?
Shouldn't I be able to date an older man who is 10 to 15 years older than I? I should be able to date someone who has more wisdom and more experience than I have. Someone who can provide me with money and love and respect 80% of the time and understands what financial situations I'm going through. Don't I need someone older, right?
A lot of it depends on the age difference. When I was in school, it was okay and appropriate for you to date an older guy if he was still in high school, or maybe a year or two older than you if you were like a senior in high school.
I think because when a girl is 17 or under, they're legally considered minors.
I do not believe that it's appropriate for a younger girl to date older men, pretty much because in her reasons for doing it, the security, the financial needs, just because she feels as if they're more mature, I don't think that those are appropriate reasons, because you can get that from your mom or your grandmother or someone in your family. It doesn't have to be an older man.
No, I don't feel like it's appropriate for younger girls to date older men, because I feel like on the older man behalf, they feel like they like a predator and a young girl is like a prey. And like the older men, they take advantage of young girls because they know, it's like they know how to play with their mind. Like they tell them this and tell them that, and then next thing you know, they in a relationship.
I've known plenty of high school students that have dated older men.
Yeah, I know this girl from my old school, and that's all she dated was older men. Like, I never known for her to have a boyfriend who was in her age range.
It's basically like, she's young. She's only 18, but he's like 26 or 27.
They don't ever even start healthy. It always starts off as he's paying for me to get my hair and my nails done.
The relationship was abusive, and I guess she felt as if it was okay to be in that type of relationship.
It makes me very nervous because none of them, and I really hate to say it, but none of them are healthy relationships.
If you like 16 and you dating a man who like 25 or older or something like that, you really can't be in a stable relationship, because if he dated, you think that he being faithful to you, and I'm like, he a grown man, he go out and he do stuff, so that is like can emotionally stress you out.
There are many high school girls that don't have their fathers in their life, and that affects them with how they choose to date people and look at the older male.
There are several things that young females see in older men, such as maybe a father figure to them.
When we're talking about young girls dating older men, not having a relationship with their father plays a large role in why young girls are dating older men.
I think the main reason why younger girls date older men is because they want to feel secure. They may not have a father figure in their life, so they want someone to be there to support them and love them. They think that in their time of need, the older male may be there to support them.
They're looking for that love. They're looking for, and I think even sometimes when you have maybe even a father present at their home and the person is not really getting that emotional connection.
They're looking for someone to take care of them, someone like more of a father figure.
So high school girls go out and find someone who's older, who can give them all the money that they need and want. If you want to feel rich, just count the things you have that money can't buy. That's what girls need to know about life.
that they can get more out of an older man. The older man will buy them things, give them things, treats them better.
I think the first thing she might see is money.
I have an older man, he can buy me this, he can buy me that. He could cop me this pellet or these mics, you know, like that.
Younger females tend to date older men because they tend to have things to give to them, such as money. Because most older men do have a job or they're selling drugs or something to help provide for that younger girl.
They don't have to worry about commitment with a younger girl. A lot of younger girls only see dating an older man for, like I said earlier, just money and things like that. So the older gentleman is like, well, if I give her some money, she'll be fine.
The Playboy Mansion. Come on in. My life has changed drastically.
Who is this beautiful? Edward Lewis. Ah, yes, sir. You see this young lady over here? Yes. Do you have anything in this shop?
As a young adult myself, the media has a huge effect on me. With the media showing us how older men tend to buy young women anything that they need and want, I want to do the same.
Young girls' hearts are so delicate. Well, girls' hearts, period, are so delicate. So it can always, they think that they're players, but they're not players. They're not players, especially when you have this older man giving you things and you think it's what you really need, but it's not. I do believe that young girls need to find more positive role models. I think young girls also need to find confidence within themselves. It's a hard thing to be able to look in the mirror and like what you see. And that's one thing, it's a huge struggle for young ladies, which is why we always tend to either hate on the other girl or look outside of ourselves for love, which is how we end up dating these older men.
I'm getting high, closer to my dreams. I'm getting higher and higher, feel it in my sleep. Sometimes it feels like I'll never go past you. Sometimes it feels like it's forever, ever. But I'm going high, closer to my dreams. I'm going higher and higher. I can almost reach. Sometimes you just have to let it go.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, girl. What you doing tonight?
Nothing. What y'all on?
Girl, come outside with us. You always in the house.
No, I can't go at this time
Because what?
I gotta watch my baby.
Let your little sister get her. She ain't doing nothing else?
No, I'm a parent first, not this family.
Hey, you're lost.
Me as a teen mom have been pressured by a lot of my friends to go out and have fun besides taking care of my child. But it's up to me to make the decision that being a parent comes first. It's parenting over partying.
I remember the days way back when I was a child. There was a monster in my closet. Scared to open the doors, afraid of what might be there. There was a monster in my closet. Like an evil monkey, he hunted me and watched my every move. Afraid to tell my mom what was going on, I sat back in silence. There was a monster in my closet. He only came out at night, afraid to show the sun his face. If he did, dogs would bark, birds would chirp, and sirens would sound. And then there was the darkness. There's a monster in my closet. Trying to run away, hiding under the covers, but nothing can stop him. I try to hide in his domain, but he has removed the door. So where will I go? There's a monster in my closet.
Sexual abuse is a major concern in America. This issue is affecting families across the nation.
It's a pretty prevalent issue. And I think what happens is that sometimes you see it being as a cycle. A lot of it comes from familial, meaning family issues. Usually the perpetrator is somebody who's lived in a household.
90% of child sexual abuse happens within with people you know.
I mean, I think that definitely at the root of child sexual abuse is a history of it. I think in a lot of different abuse, I see such a pattern of, well, this happened to me. You grow up, and even though you thought it was wrong as a child, it still is so ingrained in you. So I think definitely part of it is realizing that folks who are abused do need help.
Because the effects of childhood sexual abuse can be so hurtful, it is critically important that we try to find ways to stop abuse from happening.
When a child comes in, they may be acting up, they may be having difficulty in school, they may be withdrawing from family. There's maybe some suspicion that there's some stuff going on, but sometimes you don't know. And sometimes things that kids show in terms of reactions to sexual abuse looks like other things too. I mean, it could be other stuff going on in their life.
I mean, it ranges because working with teens versus working with children are different where they are developmentally. So the manifestations of child abuse can look different. The sexual child abuse looks different.
I didn't deal with my sexual trauma from childhood until I was an adult. But going to therapy and particularly working with therapists, psychologists who specialize in sexual trauma has been one of the most rewarding and most transformative experiences of my life.
My sister told me that she was sexually assaulted. I was the first family member that she told. And so in response to that, I didn't really know how to help her, as so many people, when they hear somebody that they've loved has been sexually assaulted. And she told me that she was sexually assaulted twice. My senior year, I made this big performance about my sister's healing process, using my own photographs from that initial story, re-documenting her, and using music and art. And now me and my sister, we started a nonprofit together, and we've used that story, and we've gone to over 100 different colleges and universities, like talking about her healing process, but how to end sexual violence, which I think we often don't talk about, like the healing process. Sometimes we talk about the assault itself, but not how people have to put the pieces back together after something like that has happened.
Children who have been sexually abused face too much pain to bear the emotions by themselves.
Because children don't have this level of verbal sophistication that adults have, art therapy is one of the primary mediums to use with young people or young children because of their verbal ability, right? So a child might not be able to say how something makes them feel, but if you have them draw it and you talk about that, then you can get a lot of different ideas, and you can both diagnose children through that, but also help them heal.
As a diagnostic tool, it's helpful to watch what they do with their toys or in their art if they do art therapy. In terms of treatment, a lot of times I've used puppets, you know, and kind of that's a safer way to kind of talk about things that are uncomfortable.
Usually it goes unnoticed because usually the victim is scared to even share what has happened. What happens, especially in the school system, you pick up on behaviors, whether it's the child or the adolescent, that gives you kind of a clue that something has happened, you know, that kind of opens up the doors to have further conversation about what may be triggering that child to have, you know, to behave in such a way.
If you're a young person and you haven't heard anyone else even mention that this is happening, you're probably feeling like you're the only person. So I think just getting awareness out, starting to talk about it, having a dialogue around these issues, and letting young people know this is not okay. If this is happening to you, you can come forward, you can talk about it.
We just have to start having these honest talks about it, right? Like, we have to break those silences. We have to believe survivors once they tell their stories about being sexually assaulted.
Schools and communities can build awareness for preventing child sexual abuse by talking about it and being able to have it not feel like it's something that is shameful, creating space for kids to go, whether it's groups, and not just that for survivors, I mean even just groups for kids who want to go and talk about something happening in their home.
Childhood sexual abuse isn't a topic that is often discussed, especially with children. In order to prevent childhood sexual abuse, children should be more aware and more knowledgeable about this topic.
I do think people's religious practices or their spirituality, however they choose to define it, can help them. I think friends and family can be a really important resource, and especially if the people believe them and are trusting and help them through their healing process. I think your community, however you describe it, but oftentimes friends and family are the ones that can, and your therapist and your spiritual counselor can help you get through the trauma and somehow get through that process and come out on the other side and be someone that we call a survivor.
A disturbing crime wave. Dozens of people have been shot in the last week. CBS News national correspondent Dean Reynolds reports.
Shooting violence has gotten so bad in Chicago that gunfights are breaking out now at existing crime scenes. Civilians were ducking for cover as this shootout occurred early Friday on the city's south side. It has shaken a community already shell-shocked by gang warfare. In the last week, at least 50 people were shot and 6 killed in Chicago. Dean Reynolds, CBS News, Chicago.
Definitely having guns in the community is tearing them apart.
They're designed to destroy. It's a machine that's designed to kill.
I do think it affects the community in a negative way.
The scariest thing is looking left to right and what you see. And what you see is a lot of negative images.
If we were able to confiscate unregistered firearms, sure, we would see a dramatic decrease in gun violence.
Definitely having guns in the community is tearing them apart. Because the only thing that you're going to use the gun for is to do some harm against somebody else. So I think that it is definitely tearing the community down.
I do think it affects the community in a negative way because, for one, kids today are getting involved in gang activities because of their influence around them in their community. Because of that, they get involved, and the violence continues on and never leaves. And people don't want to live over there anymore, and it destroys the whole environment, and it turns the positive community it was into something negative later.
even in defending yourself, having a gun can lead still to the wrong thing. I have a cousin that's in the Army. He was never the type of kid that got into any fights. And he was messing around with a girl who had a crazy ex-boyfriend. And in defending himself, the guy lost his life. But he was defending himself. Even though he didn't go to jail or no charges were pressed against him, psychologically and emotionally, it still tore him down because he had to take somebody else's life just to defend himself.
A boy named Devin, who I used to live on my block with or whatever, he got shot last Saturday in the face at a party because of gang violence. Even though it wasn't intentional, he still got shot in the face for being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Regardless if he was there at the party anyway, there shouldn't have been guns, period. Because if there wasn't any guns or any type of gang activity, he would still be alive right now. He's only 18. There's no reason for him to be dead because of some accident.
One particular was a best friend of mine, grew up together. We came up with the same vision, same street mentality, and he ended up getting killed, shot in the head.
And my friend Gregory, he got killed last year in May due to gun violence. Him and his roommate got into an altercation and his roommate shot him. And he was like one of the people who was on the right path. He was like the only one out of all his friends who actually went to college, who wanted to give back to the community, and just got put in a bad situation and was shot and killed. And he was only 20. So I do think like it's really bad, and I don't think guns should be allowed to stupid people who want to do stupid things with them.
I think that our 50 aldermen have to work in collaboration with many other elected officials, many other appointed officials, like the Chicago Police Department head, congressmen, all of those different bodies and people who we put in government have to work together to limit this illegal activity that is contributing to the alarming, it's disgusting, you know, our rates of gun violence, death to gun violence in Chicago. I mean, we're known internationally for our death rates due to gun violence, particularly amongst young people.
It's killing our people daily, but that's one statistic that they don't promote enough as far as I'm concerned. The inability for our youth to have an alternative solution after school where they can go and take part in activities that they love to do, to keep them off the street corners and to keep them a little bit away from even being a target to be murdered on the street.
We need more of the community to stand up for their children. You know, we as a program can't do it alone. You know, we can only put in a small part. You know, it takes a village to raise a child.
Lock those up who are gangbanging or who usually participate in gang activities, and use the cameras that we have on the street for something, for a good purpose, instead of using it for parking tickets or whatever. They need to use those cameras to find crimes. It's obviously, there's a lot of people out there who, when the top level goes to jail, the level below them happens to take their place, so they end up becoming the top level. So I think if they're going to get involved, we need to take all of them and keep them under close watch before they commit any crimes and take away whatever they have.
Our organization basically patrolled our streets. We policed our streets. We were trying to take back control of the streets. So it's been many times if we heard that there was someone out with a gun or any type of something that's harmful, we would definitely interfere.
I do believe very firmly, as a resident of a community that experiences a lot of death due to gun violence, is that we need to monitor who is purchasing guns, monitor the illegal activity around guns. You know, when we have purchases being made by one individual, 20, 40, 60 guns, we know that there's probably some illegal activity behind that. And I think that as the city of Chicago, the mayor, council, and all other elected officials that have some type of influence about or within that sphere need to look more at how gun purchasing is being monitored.
And why do we have manufacturing facilities that's still manufacturing this very instrument that's killing people day by day? Guns were supposed to be used in wars. Now we have a war on our streets because of it. So if the government was really, really interested in stopping the violence in our community, stop the manufacturing of guns. And not only that, our government has a key influence on how those guns get navigated to our community. Just like they started it, they can stop it. So absolutely, guns is the key to why we're sitting here in the 24th Ward and having to have memorials up and down 16th Street, Pulaski, Roosevelt Road. It saddens my heart to see that there's another young black life that was just frivolously taken from a machine that needs to be stopped at the manufacturing level.
Depends what you write.
Art. That's my one word, man. It's art.
It's an underrated form of art.
Gave me a voice in the city.
I would say relief.
Just art. Some would say just expression. Some would say creativity. Some might say living. But really, for us, it's grounded in writing. We are writers. That's what we call ourselves. That's what we do. First of all, graffiti is a mark on a surface, right? Then the urban graffiti that we have experienced in the last 50 years that came from Philadelphia and New York City and other inner city areas was a venue for young people to express themselves through vandalism, putting their names up, getting props, recognition, and fame for that. And then once you have once you have like skills based on spray painting, then you could take it further. It was tagging that made it possible for me to learn how to paint a butterfly, right? Or to be able to paint any language. Because all languages are the same. They build on a line and on curves, right? So that means you could go anywhere in the world and paint if you know how to do graffiti. So back to the history of it, in Chicago, it had always been here, but in different forms. People used rollers and paintbrushes back in the day. Old school gangbangers, the OGs used to use rollers to put their names up. When graffiti came from New York, then people began to use spray paint to put their names up. And then it evolved from the tag into the wild style lettering that we know of today and the productions that we paint.
you know, like when you were a kid growing up in Chicago during that time, and it's still like this today, I don't think that's changed so much. Like, you pretty much know which gang is in the neighborhood by looking at the walls. So what happened was that the gangsters were claiming neighborhoods, you know, and when New York City graffiti came about, it was all about getting out of your neighborhood. Like, you didn't want to be the guy that wrote his name all over your neighborhood. You wanted to be the guy that was writing your name all over the city.
It depends what you write, you know? Like, I guess if you write like gang signs or, you know, stuff like that, it does make it look bad. But I mean, this is like drawings, it's art. I mean, look at that and look at this. It takes a lot of talent to do this.
The difference between gang graffiti and art graffiti is that gang graffiti is more vandalizing, possession over territory, and it's not to like, it's not for any emotion into it. It's just saying, this is mine, this is who we are, you know, and it's vandalizing. You know, it has no feeling into it. It has no purpose.
One of the hugest, most beautiful things that ever happened to me was becoming a graffiti writer, because it got me off the block. I mean, a lot of the guys that I grew up with, a lot of guys that I was friends with from the time I was like 5, 6 years old, you know, they got caught up in that gang stuff, and they could not walk 3 blocks east, you know, west, north, south without fear of, you know, getting their head split open, right?
You know, our community here suffers, man, from segregation, from racist housing policies that have made it so that ownership is difficult here. So there's too many dilapidated structures around. So what should you do with that? Just leave them brown or whack or, you know, damaged? No, we want to bring some color to it. So the objective is basically to bring color to the community and beautify and transform it by painting these walls.
Well, I see my man painting, it stuck out to me because, like I said, I really don't see this in my community a lot, especially from back in the days to now. But it's a new way to express yourself. It's hot. It stands out in the community. It makes you wonder, like, who did it and how could I get involved. So it's what's up, man. It just picks your brain and actually makes you see that it's more out here than just partying for entertainment or to express yourself, or gangs and drugs and all that. You can draw, you can do art around the community, express your feelings on the wall or something.
When we painted this wall, we had like 15 kids for a summer program, and we painted the largest mural in the city, but it was a graffiti production. It was all real graffiti, real burners, telling the truth, like we did the police officers, a pig, and, you know, chasing after kids and stuff. That really changed how I realized, like, man, this really affects our community in a positive way, because all those kids would go by and they'd be like, I painted that, I painted that, this was my idea, this was my idea, and I was like, man, this is beautiful. I would like to do this more.
I think that if you know how to do art, do graffiti, then you should do it because it's something that has to do with emotion, about how you feel, about how things are probably going in your life. Basically, if you use a dark color, that means something bad. If you use a light color, it means something good. I think art, graffiti, all that is just a fun thing to do. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about graffiti or art.
Art graffiti is more of a, this is what the world is, this is what it has come to, this is what we're doing, and this is what we want. You know, it's just someone's feelings into a canvas and just showing that the world isn't right, or just showing how their mind is going. Something that can't be said and can't be understood and just seen through one's hands.
It's more like a type of expression, I would say. Yeah, like, you know, people have like certain ways of expressing themselves. We express themselves through art. So it'd be like politics and art, let's say go hand in hand, you know? It's like representing us and what we have to say. But we don't have a word, you know, they don't take our word, so might as well show them, right?
Hello and welcome to FSM News on the Road. I'm Janae Myers.
And I'm Patricia DeCase. FSM News is a product of Free Spirit Media, which is a nonprofit organization that empowers youth voice.
FSM News on the Road.
Recently, the Gary Coleman Youth Center won a fruit orchard for their urban farm. The farm is located in Grand Crossing neighborhood across from the center.
We're here with more on GCYC's fruit orchard. FSM News' Shantasia Lewis has more on the story. Take a look.
The Gary Coleman Youth Center is one of the 10 communities who recently run a fruit orchard. The community members, along with the GCCP students, work effortlessly, voting every day to win the orchard patch for the Grand Crossing area. The GCYC community was very excited after finding out that their youth center would be receiving an orchard patch.
We were absolutely thrilled. It was a lot of hard work. Our students had to get behind it, our parents got behind it, friends of the youth center got behind it, and everybody came together and put us over the top.
Much of the fruits and vegetables that are grown at the GCYC gardens are later distributed throughout the community by selling or just freely given away.
On Fridays, we have a thing that's called Harvest Table, where we harvest a lot of things from out the farm and the rooftop and we sell them to them.
You know, everybody feels that they've made a general overall accomplishment, and those people in the community who really have a need, there's a source of food and nutrition for them that's fresh.
After the orchard patch has been fully planted and nourished, the community is hoping for more attractions.
The fact that it's positioned right across from the brand new Chicago Public Library, the Greater Grand Crossing branch, is really neat, because there will be people from a little further beyond this community who will be attending the library that will see the fruit trees.
It will bring a lot to the community because most of the stuff over here in the farm we sell, so they have a chance to taste everything that we grow.
By having a fruit orchard, the GCYC community will no longer be seen as a food desert.
It makes me feel that our community is developing more, because you come from a community that don't have anything and now it does. So I think it's something for little kids to look up to.
Food deserts are an issue in our community. What can we do to stop this?
Stay tuned to find out more on this solution.
Food deserts are everywhere. Millions of people in minority communities struggle with the burden of trying to find nutritional food to feed their families. Organizations have found a way to fix this problem by planting orchard trees. Orchard trees are a good source of providing nutrients, oxygen, and they provide food to the communities around them. Building orchards stops food deserts.
Welcome back.
After the orchard was planted, youth from GCYC took part in a workshop to learn how to preserve the trees.
Delia Engelbani sat in on this conversation. Here's the story.
I'm here in the Alumni Hall here at Gary Coleman College Prep, where students behind me are in a workshop learning on how to preserve trees. Students have been learning a lot about different fruit trees that have been planted across the street in the up-and-coming GCYC's orchard. Here's the story. These teens have been exposed to a lot of opportunities, and with this workshop, they hope to get more out of what they experienced.
Harvesting potatoes, learning how to prune tomatoes, hilling potatoes, you learn how to pick peppers, grow fruit trees, and everything that involves a farm.
Many of the teens have been working extremely hard, and they hope that their determination to get the job done will soon pay off in the future.
It's something new. I've never done it before, and I like doing it.
Hard work. I wake up early in the morning, so I'm dedicated to doing what I do, and just you learn something new every day, so it has been a true experience for me.
With so much going on in the world, like violence, it is important to keep these teens involved in something positive.
Kids were enthusiastic and happy and more than willing to get involved and get dirty and plant the trees. So that was really great.
Some teens have experienced some very challenging moments just to make this project a success.
It really wasn't a challenge, you know, it's just, I mean, it's always saying, you know, there's nothing to it but to do it, you know, so I just put my mind, I was like, okay, the sooner I do it, the sooner I'll get through with it. So, you know, as you can see, I'm done now.
So if you're interested in contributing to the orchard, you can come down and participate in the local harvest table. Reporting for FSM News, I'm Delia Engelbani.
Eating fruit is both healthy and tasty.
I know, right? Stay tuned to learn more about healthy choices. Welcome back.
Janae, did you know that Free Spirit Media just turned 10 years old this year?
No, I didn't. That's great.
This year they celebrated their 10-year anniversary at Cafe Broward in Lincoln Park Zoo.
Here's FSM's Kimani Cannon with the story.
Hi, I'm Kimani Cannon, and I'm here at Free Spirit Media's 10th anniversary gala. And the feeling is just tremendous. Everybody's having a good time, and I'm so happy to be here. Free Spirit Media has such an impact on my life, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. And I'm just glad that everyone's here and having a chance to share it with us.
I love digital media because it gives kids, it gives people a chance of broadcasting or publishing what they've produced and allows the young people to tell their story.
I was frustrated by the lack of diversity in who was being able to tell their story, and I was frustrated by the stories that were not being told. And I realized that that wasn't going to change unless we found a way to put the tools and the training in the hands of the young people at an early age. Young people are asking so many important questions, and I wanted to say, hey, make media about it. Make media and learn and grow.
Free Spirit Media gives the inner city youth opportunities to learn media in a practical way. The hands-on work with cameras, editing suites, microphones, and technology has totally prepared me for college. I can confidently walk in with a slight advantage. My goal is to be a sports anchor for ESPN. That's definitely my dream job. For years, I've asked myself, as well as my mother, when would I find my talent? And then I found HoopsHIGH.
I think that the different messages that they have to put out when they're doing the public service announcements, the research that makes the children knowledgeable about things that they probably didn't know.
There's no better time to celebrate giving voice to young teens from this broad cross-section of the city who tell their stories as only they can. These are kids who go into their communities and talk to their community members about the issues of the day. Free Spirit Media is not just about making video, it's about thinking critically. What Free Spirit does is teaches these kids how to ask the right questions, how to think for themselves. Free Spirit Media kids, they don't win awards just because they know how to turn on a camera and hold a mic. They win awards because they know how to get to heart of the story. The PSA that won an Emmy, they won against the pros. That PSA on anti-gun violence, it tears at your heart. They've done documentaries on food deserts, real deep issues that affect their communities. I could not think of a better time to be here to celebrate giving voice to young teens of color than tonight.
That's our show. We hope you enjoy FSM News on the road.
Tune in next week for more stories and PSAs. Until then, visit us on our Facebook page. Search FSM News.
Also check us out on ABC 7 in the community section.
3, 2, 1. And that's a wrap.
Free Spirit Media partners with schools and organizations to provide education, access, and opportunity in media production to underserved urban youth. Through hands-on production of their own media content, participants build life skills in communication, critical and independent thinking, teamwork, and the use of technology. Believing that youth perspectives are a critical element of American culture, Free Spirit Media actively distributes student work to a range of audiences. Participants' dreams and aspirations grow, and in turn, their voices and visions benefit our society.